Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I am sharing another easy, healthy breakfast idea and showing you how to make my 5-ingredient, rich and creamy banana oatmeal smoothie. This is an easy, affordable, very versatile recipe that can be adapted to be lower in carbohydrate, higher in protein, and or completely plant-based, depending on your personal preferences. That is delightful. And I'm also going to show you how to make it with or without banana. So this is truly a healthy breakfast smoothie recipe that can align with a variety of dietary approaches to help support your health, wellness, and or weight loss goals. So to get started, you're going to need a blender. I'm using a high-speed blender, but truly any blender will get the job done. And the first thing going into my blender is 1/4 cup or 20 grams of good old-fashioned rolled oatmeal. Now keep in mind that oatmeal is naturally gluten-free, but oftentimes it is processed in factories that also process ingredients that do contain gluten. So there can be a little bit of cross-contamination. So if you 100% need to ensure that your oats are gluten-free, simply look for a brand that has this little gluten-free emblem on the front of the package. Also important to note that quick oats could work for this smoothie, but I don't recommend steel-cut oats because they're going to be too hard. Next up, I'm adding 1 frozen banana, which is going to help to make this smoothie really cold and rich and creamy. Now, if you do not love banana, you have options. Frozen mango would be a great substitution if you wanted to use another fruit and still get that rich and creamy texture. And it would change the flavor a little bit, but it still tastes really good. Or if you wanted something that was lower in carbohydrates, higher in fiber, you could sub in a cup of frozen cauliflower. Now I promise you, you're not going to taste the cauliflower at all, and it's going to help to create that same rich and creamy texture that we would get from the frozen fruit without the added sugars. So as always, we've got options. Next up, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of nut butter. Now I'm using a peanut butter because I love it, but any nut or seed butter would do. Cashew, almond, sunflower seed, they would all be great. You just want to keep in mind when you're buying your nut butters that you're using an all natural nut butter. And all that means is that the only ingredient listed is the nut. So in this case, peanuts and perhaps some salt. Then I'm adding in a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, which adds a really warm, cozy flavor. And then totally optional, but I really like to add 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder to this smoothie as well. Now, personally, I try to aim for a baseline of about 30 grams of protein at each meal that I enjoy throughout the day. And while I would always recommend whole foods first, I do think a good high quality protein powder is a great way to supplement your diet if you're looking to increase your protein intake. Personally, I love whey protein because it's really rich and creamy, so I like the taste and I like the texture. But if preferred, you could choose a plant-based protein or a collagen protein. They would all be great options, and I will of course link to some of my favorite options down in the description box below. And then finally, we're going to add in anywhere between 3/4 cup and 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, or really any type of milk you prefer. I recommend you start with the lower end of the measurement, and this way you can assess the thickness of your smoothie and if you want to add more so you can get it right to the texture that you love. So I'm going to pop on the lid and blend this up. I like a nice, thick, but still pourable texture myself, and this looks perfect. That is delightful. It tastes like a peanut butter oatmeal cookie. Warm, cozy flavors, but cool and refreshing. So this is a great recipe to keep in your back pocket when you have a busy morning, but you still want to start your day with a healthy, delicious, wholesome breakfast. And if you have a healthy breakfast smoothie that you love to make, come on down to the comment section below and share so we can all continue to inspire each other to eat well and feel amazing. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Danny Spees, and I'll see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers!